Good morning. Good morning. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, August the 23rd. We made it to Friday. Congratulations. We are here to look at the rest of the releases that were set free this week. We had so many cozy mysteries and thrillers from Monday and Tuesday that is what we will be looking at today. Quick announcements. I don't have sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday night. I will have them tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Those go for 5 hours. I do sprints 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evening for 2.5 hours, and Saturday for 5. Good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF. Funny, even though retired, Friday still has a special feel of that liberation and excitement. Old habits die hard. Indeed. Oh, thank you very much. New earrings. Tiger's eye. All right, let's jump in. There's a lot. Again, these are ones we didn't get to on Monday, so these are cozy mysteries. My So-Called Luck by Jennifer Fischetto. Welcome to Chance, Massachusetts, USA, a lucky town filled with secrets, betrayals, murder, and a touch of magic. Make a wish at the coin fountain, pick a 4-leaf clover, and grab a bite at Fortune Diner, where Sophie Rinaldi just may put a spell on you. 3 months ago, Sophie was an ordinary young woman with a love for tacos, iced coffees, and her quirky hometown. But after a strange storm, something changes, and she realizes she could rhyme a few words together and make a customer's life a little brighter. Too bad she hasn't a clue what she's doing. So Sophie's luck takes a turn for the worse when, after working one of her spells, the local high school's football coach turns up dead, murdered with a knife from Sophie's family diner, which quickly turns her father into the police's #1 suspect. As Sophie sets out to clear his name, she can't help and wonder if her spells are somewhat responsible. Blackmail texts start circling the town, and her suspect list grows. Find the mailer, and she'll have the killer. How hard can it be? Harder than it looks. With time running out and a killer on the loose, Sophie is about to find out just how much a few cleverly chosen words can change everything. You were making jewelry last night. Did you say you were, it didn't sound like a show, but you were going to be putting some pieces somewhere? Good morning, Storm. I don't get used to this, but look at you, twice in a row. I actually notified you, and awesome. Appreciate it very much. Good morning. We are looking at the cozy mysteries that we didn't get to on Monday, and then we'll be hopefully looking at the mysteries and thrillers we didn't get to on Tuesday. Lauren Barrison has a new one, and it's seasonal. Pumpkin Spice Puppy, 30th in her series. Good for her. It's autumn in Connecticut, and there's a chill in the air, and the fall leaves are a riot of color, and pumpkin spice is the flavor of the season. Melanie Travis is perennially busy, of course, but when the owner of a local pet supply shop is found murdered, sleuthing tops her to-do list. Between taking care of her family and assorted standard poodles, Melanie is also working as a special needs tutor for Howard Academy, a private school in Greenwich, where her younger son attends kindergarten. This year, the headmaster has come up with an idea for a school fundraiser. All students will participate in a townwide treasure hunt with grades competing against each other. Tokens shaped like pumpkin spice muffins have been hidden in downtown stores. Hopefully they find them all, or that's going to be gross. Students will scramble to collect as many as they can in exchange for prizes. You know, when they do that, it would be really smart to make like a map where you pick them so you can get them all. At first, all goes smoothly, and the uptick in foot traffic to the stores is a win-win until the pet supply shop owner lodges a complaint. When Melanie stops by to smooth things over, she instead finds the man dead, a knife in his back, and his loyal, ever-vigilant Chow Chow locked in the storeroom. Over the headmaster's objections, Melanie is once again drawn into investigation. It doesn't take her long to gather a list of suspects, from neighbors balking about the number of rescue chows the man was fostering in his home, to the landlord who had filed an eviction notice against him, to the bitter ex-wife who is happy he's gone. With the fundraiser soon drawing to a close and celebrations imminent, Melanie will have to follow every clue before the biggest prize is staying alive. I did read a first few of those books when they first came out 30-ish years ago, 20, 20 something years ago. I fell away, as one does. Quilty as charged. I have to refresh the jewelry I have for sale at an art gallery in a nearby town. Lots of paperwork involved, which takes me a lot of time to do, pricing, etc. Gotcha. Very nice. Quilty as charged, second in A Measure Twice Sewing Mystery by Maggie Bailey. Lydia Barnes has made the picturesque town of Peridot, Georgia, her home. But as the new owner of the Measure Twice fabric store, all financial burdens fall on her. In an effort to unspool herself from this tangle of thread and boost the store's income, she invites her regular customers to a sewing retreat at her friend Fran's Cherry Log Mountain home. In between sewing lessons and quick lunches, a severe winter storm approaches. Of course it does. When Fran's body is discovered, murder is the only explanation, and the remaining 6 attendants are all suspects. Trapped with the power and phone lines out, Lydia is restless to unmask Fran's murderer. With the help of Auden, the cabin's caretaker, Lydia must unravel the hidden lives of people she considered close neighbors and even friends. Was she? Especially when another body is found along with a suicide note and a suspicious confession. In a daring plan to uncover the killer, Lydia must risk it all, including her life. I would think that would be included at all, before she is cut asunder and the bobbin runs out. The puns, oh, the puns, they are heavy this day. As is my drama. All right, never mind. Shock and Awe, a Cat Cafe Mystery, number 8 by Kate Conti. Beware the cats of Christmas past. It's the holiday season on Daybreak Island, and Maddie James is looking forward to stepping out of the limelight, watching the island's Christmas decoration competition from afar, spending time with her boyfriend and family, running tours for visitors as part of the festivities, and spreading holiday cheer through cute cats in Jingle Bell collars. But trouble hits close to home when word gets out that Donna Carey, the publisher of the island's only daily newspaper, where Maddie's best friend Becky is editor, may be selling the business. Becky is a diehard journalist, and to her, selling the only newspaper on the island is a fate worse than death. She publicly opposes the potential sale, wreaking havoc on her relationship with her big boss. Maddie is sympathetic, but she has her own problems, like getting pulled into a role on the Christmas event committee despite her best efforts to stay far removed, and solving the case of a mysterious cat breeder trying to sell expensive designer cats as holiday gifts on the island. But then Donna winds up dead, electrocuted by her own Christmas decorations, and it appears to be more than an accident. To make matters worse, Becky becomes suspect number 1. Maddie is thrown into another murder investigation in order to save her best friend from a Christmas behind bars. And end of that row. Ellie Alexander has a new one, Sticks and Scones, although isn't it Scones? He says, hi Storm, glad you're here. Know what you mean about getting up, hard to do so often, but glad you did. This is book number 19 in the Bake Shop Mysteries. It says, another delicious installment. In the late spring in Juliet's charming hamlet of Ashland, spotted deer are nibbling on lush green grasses in Lithia Park. The Japanese maples are blooming, and Tort is baking a bevy of spring delights, lemon curd cupcakes, mini coconut cream pies, grapefruit tartlets, and chocolate-dipped almond. Okay, that one I don't know. Twills? Meanwhile, Juliet's friend Lance, the artistic director of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, wow, that's a high position, is taking center stage with his new theater troupe, the Fair Verona Players. Their performance in Uva's Vineyard promises to be a modern gender-bending twist on the Taming of the Shrew. Leave Shakespeare alone. But as the curtain rises, so do the strange occurrences. Stage mishaps and internal bickering threaten to derail the production. But the only real show begins when the leading actor, Jimmy Paxton, meets his final curtain call. Now Jules is not only in the mix, but she's going to need to craft the perfect recipe for solving this theatrical whodunit. As a theater major, leave Shakespeare alone. The Jig is Up, an Irish bed and breakfast new series. Looks like Lisa Q. Matthews is the author. Haven't been sleeping well, been waking up way too early for me. You get to go back to bed though, that's good. The Scots call them scones. Gotcha. And you've been there. Me too, Storm. I haven't slept well in months. Tired. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend for sure. And next weekend is an extra day. Yay. Single mom and police chief's daughter, Kate Buckley, is all about family. After she receives an urgent text from her younger sister, Colleen, she puts her life on hold and rushes to her Irish-themed hometown of Shamrock, Massachusetts, where her family owns and operates a bed and breakfast. With her 2 daughters in tow, she's ready to fight if it means she can help her charming but hapless sibling. When they arrive, Colleen claims it was all a misunderstanding, but everything changes in an Irish minute when Colleen's best friend, Deidre, a dance show star, is found dead in the parish hall. With the discovery of a possible witness, a chilling motive, and a wee bit of incriminating evidence, Colleen quickly becomes a person of interest in Deidre's murder. Convinced her sister isn't a killer, Kate is determined to clear Colleen's name. As Kate investigates, Colleen takes charge of Shamrock's popular Irish dance show in honor of her late friend with disastrous results. With the St. Patrick's Week festivities in full swing, Kate must catch the killer before the celebrations are ruined and her sister's Irish look runs out. Speaking of Irish, Storm, did you read the new Lucy Connolly? I haven't gotten to it yet. But I haven't gotten to it yet. We're off to North Carolina at the end of next week for a week. Oh, a nice and daughter-in-law. So excited. They're building a house in North Carolina. Will be ready in time to retire. How can I have a son ready to retire? I get it. I totally get it. But that's closer to you, isn't it? You did that one, Patricia. A Dark and Stormy Knit by Peggy Earhart, 11th in the Knit and Nibbles Mysteries. That is very green cover. Green's my favorite color, but that's very green. With the houses of Arborville, New Jersey decked out in festively frightening decorations, it's easy to mistake a real dead body for a fake. But Pamela and Bettina are alerted by the screams of teenage trick-or-treaters to the corpse next door. Their neighbor, Adrian's sister, visiting from New York City, is slumped on the porch, fatally stabbed. Ooh, bingo, we've got a lot of stabbings today. And with countless people traipsing around in costume, the killer might be as elusive as an apple in the bucket of water. The victim was a charismatic college professor and fierce feminist, and soon the women are infiltrating her social academic circles to collect clues. But some scandalous local gossip also suggests that Adrian, not her sister, might have been the target. Now Pamela and Bettina will need all their creative skills to solve this ghoulish crime, especially if she was in costume. Oops, killed the wrong one. I hate that. A new one in the Firefly Junction Cozy Mysteries, Apple Cider Assault. That's the one in California. Okay, I'm so excited. Oh, yay. So much closer. That's wonderful. This is by London Lovett. A beautiful autumn has swept through Firefly Junction, and Sunny Taylor is looking forward to attending the annual season opener at the cider mill with her friend Rain Lawford. Rain has a new boyfriend, and he works at the mill. Sunny is excited to meet him. Everything about the day is a celebration of tastes and smells and crisp fall weather. The only gray spot on the day is the mill owner, Sean Griswold. You've got victim written all over you. He's unfriendly, unlikable, and he spent a good part of the day firing his staff, including the mill's baker. Emily is recruited to bake apple pies for the second day of the event, but when Sunny goes with her to deliver the pies, they are shocked to discover that someone has murdered the mill owners. When Jackson's main suspect turns out to be Rain's new boyfriend, Sunny is determined to solve the case and clear his name. Unfortunately, Sean Griswold's disagreeable personality left him with a lot of enemies, so Sunny has her work cut out. End of second row. Tanya Kappas has a new one. Shock, surprise. This one is in her Magical Cures mystery series. Oh, she just crosses the 100-page mark. Clever girl. A charming hexorcist 14th in Magical Cures series. Welcome to Whispering Falls, where magic whispers and a cozy mystery unfurls. June Heel, our endearing and clever sleuth, is not your typical small town woman. By day, she tends to the mystical needs of the community, crafting spells and potions with loving care. By night, she's a devoted mother raising her little magical daughter. Life is anything but mundane in this enchanting supernatural town. However, tranquility shatters when a chilling murder sends ripples through Whispering Falls. June must juggle her roles as mother, community caregiver, and now detective. As an ominous shadow descends, June faces her toughest challenge yet. Will her magical abilities be enough to unmask the killer lurking in their midst? With a homey setting that will warm your heart, quirky characters that will make you smile, blah, 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 etc., etc. Harper Lynn has a new one. A Novel Way to Die, 6th in the Bookish Cafe Mysteries. Maggie never imagined she would be the prime suspect in a murder case. With a lavish party hosted by her landlady, Mrs. Peacock, ends with a dead body in front of Maggie's cottage. The quiet life she cherished is shattered. The body belongs to Matthew Spencer Smith, Fair Haven's youngest city councilman. Whispers spread quickly, suggesting Maggie was his secret mistress who snapped upon learning of his engagement to a high society woman. Meanwhile, Joshua, Maggie's boss, faces relentless harassment from Roger Hawks, a local determined to take over their beloved bookstore. Could this be connected to the murder somehow? Though the townspeople have always seen Maggie as a reclusive wallflower, she must show how bold she is by standing up for herself and clearing her name. I do like that cover, though. All right, let's jump over to finish up some of the grittier stuff. This was left over from Tuesday. John Gilstrap has a new one, 16th in the Jonathan Grave thrillers. This is called Zero Sum. Jonathan Grave long ago lost faith with the so-called war on drugs, a feudal campaign that enables cartels to make billions under the protection of corrupt officials on both sides of the border. But when a 12-year-old dies after consuming fentanyl disguised as candy inside the dormitory at Resurrection House, the school he created for the children of incarcerated parents, Jonathan knows it's time to use his special talents to change the game. Gathering his security solutions team, Jonathan activates Operation Heatseeker. Nobody and nothing will stop them from ending the flow of poison, not even a vow of revenge from the President of the United States himself. The Tom Clancy estate has a new one. This is by M.P. Woodward, 12th in the Jack Ryan Jr. novels. The vibrant economy of the new Vietnam is a shiny lure for Western capital. Companies are racing to uncover ideal opportunities. Not wanting to be left behind, Henley Associates has sent their best analyst, Jack Ryan Jr., to mine for investment gold, and he may have found some in a rare earth mining company, Geotech. But a trip with a Henley colleague to the Highlands to observe the company's operations takes a treacherous turn when their helicopter is shot down. Some things haven't changed, and Vietnam is still the plaything of powerful neighbors. The Chinese are determined to keep Jack from finding the truth about what exactly is being processed at the isolated factory. Now Jack is in a race for his life. He's got to stay one step ahead of a pack of killers while supporting his wounded friend. He'll get no help from the government because in the jungle, it's the shadow state that rules. Also in regular countries. The Third Wife of Faraday House by B.R. Myers. Till Death Do Us Part, November 1816. Restless but naive, Emmeline Fitzpatrick is desperate to escape her stifling life in foggy Halifax. Her guardian is lining up repugnant suitors, but Emmeline has her eyes set on a lieutenant in the British Navy. She just needs to persuade him to propose, or her one chance at happiness will be gone forever. But when Emmeline's hopes end in scandal, she finds herself with only one suitor left, the wealthy and enigmatic drinking game. Captain Graves. Having already lost two wives to tragic circumstances, the widower is seeking a new companion in his cloistered seaside manor, Faraday House, or at least that is what Emmeline has been told, because when she arrives, she is horrified to discover that the second Mrs. Graves, Georgina, is still alive, though fading fast. Emmeline is only certain of two things. Something ghastly is afoot at Faraday House, and no one is going to save her. She will have to rely on her own courage, her burgeoning bond with Georgina, and the aid of a handsome reverend with a mysterious past to shed light on a ghostly truth. The House by the Cemetery by Lisa Childs, first in a new series. In Gold Creek, Michigan, legend has it that the ghost of a local gravedigger still walks the cemetery, swinging his shovel, looking for his next victim to bury. But when the town's wealthy undertaker dies, his estranged daughter must contend with the ghosts that haunt her own family. After she left home at 17, River Gold swore she would never return to Gold Creek. Growing up at the Gold Funeral Home and Memorial Gardens was a nightmare. Classmates constantly teased her for being part of the Ghoul family, while her own family denied that she was actually a Gold. Her father, Undertaker Gregory Gold, certainly never acted like a father. He was far more interested in profiting off other people's tragedies. But now Gregory has died, and River has surrendered to her mother Fiona's pleas that she come back for his funeral. But the mourning period is cut short when it's revealed that Gregory died of poisoning, and Fiona is arrested for his murder. Clearly, Fiona, his third wife, and the funeral home's cosmetologist, is being framed. There are plenty of more likely suspects, and River is determined to prove her mother's innocence. That she'll have to work with the sheriff, her high school enemy, is a small price to pay. With a fortune at stake, River is sure the killer lies among Gregory's first two wives, their children, and grandchildren. Yet soon, other discoveries will be made and long-standing secrets unearthed. But when teenagers start disappearing from the cemetery, the danger hits closer to home than River imagined possible. Drawn back into the lives and lies of the Golds, she'll have to use her every resource to keep herself and her loved ones safe. We almost made it. There was one more here, The Broken Truth by Revis Z. Wortham. But I have to hit the grocery store this for work, so we will have more books next week. There's usually about 75 or so every week, so we try to get them all. That always throws me off when I see a new Clancy book. I know, it's not the same. The new Lisa Childs book was on my August new releases. It sounds interesting. Yes. Boy, that was fast this morning. Thanks so much. Hope to see you later. Happy Friday again, and enjoy the weekend. Same to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you both. Appreciate it. And anybody who might be lurking, appreciate it. Have a very good Friday. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Friday. I do them every Tuesday and Thursday evening. And then tomorrow we'll have them Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. Those go for 5 hours. You don't have to read. You can be productive. You can be creative. You can take a nap, whatever it is you want to do. It's time carved out for you. It's self-care time. Have a good day. If I don't see you, have a good weekend. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm. Be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day. God bless.